I'm proud of you. I am so proud of you. You've overcome so much, and I see you. I see you trying. I know I'm not able to give you what you need right now, but I'm here for you. I need help. I'm not okay. We need to truly start speaking. This is kind of like a two-part message. We need to truly start speaking on the things that we feel, but then we also, at the same time, we need to start giving people their flowers.
Beauties and gents, if you don't know, it's Mo TV. Hey, Tierra, what it do? They see me, I can only be me. If I stay true to me, sit back and relax. Matter of fact,
There's so much power in the tongue that I think anytime we hear that phrase, a lot of times people immediately think of the Bible. And they think about how when you say certain things, good or bad, it could come to fruition. And while that was how that saying was introduced to me, literally just in this moment when I said it, because I don't even use this saying for what I was about to say, but never hearing any type of congratulations or congratulatory comments, never hearing certain affirmations from others, never hearing certain emotions and confirmation and how they feel about you regardless of what their actions say, never hearing certain things can truly affect the way you look at yourself. And it's not to say that it's anybody else's responsibility to make you feel good about yourself. That's not what I'm saying. But a lot of us, more times than not, didn't grow up with people that were speaking life into us. We didn't grow up with people that were telling us how proud of us they were, that were congratulating our good times, that were highlighting verbally the things that we're succeeding at. Most of the times when people speak on things, it's negativity. It's when you messed up. It's something that you've overcome, but not in the sense of giving you a congratulations for overcoming it, more of referring to the struggles of what you had to face to get over it. And where I am in life, it's crucial and becoming, honestly, I'm realizing a necessity for me that the people in my life are okay and willing to grow in that with me. Not because I'm doing it for myself, but because they understand, one, that's a foundation that just should be in my relationship, period. Both platonic and romantic. Because I want my friends to tell me that they're proud of me. So I'm going to tell them that I'm proud of them. I want my friends to support me out loud and congratulate me on the things that they've seen me overcome. Because some of them know the BTS. Because I'm going to do that for them. I want people in my life, both friends or just people that I choose to be around, period, to be willing to be uncomfortable for a moment, for a lifetime of love and friendship. I want people that are willing to face the discomfort because they know on the other side of that is true, genuine connection and friendship, long-lasting God friendship. And I know that just took a turn, but it's like, yeah, I'm starting to realize that's a necessity and a requirement for me now. I can't, because I'm going to effortlessly do it. I'm not even going to think about it. I am one of those people, I naturally speak life into others. I praise because I know I always longed for that. So if I know you just did something that might be small to the world, but say you faced a fear that you really were avoiding for years and you finally face it. If nobody else tells you I'm proud of you or congratulations on doing that and highlights that, I will. Not if no one else tells you, but I'm saying, like, even if nobody else does, just know Monet, that's the type of friend I am. I'm going to do that. That's going to be the first thing out of my mouth. I'm so proud of you for facing that. I know how hard that was for you to even go in the room. And this came to mind. It's been on my mind, honestly, for like years, because I've always realized that the people that I pour into just don't seem to pour back into me. And I've become not necessarily okay with it, but I've become comfortable with the fact of, like, I'm aware enough to know I was pouring not into the wrong people, because I don't like to say that. I'm aware enough to know that I'm too eager to pour into people, so I don't pay attention to the red flags sometimes. I'm so quick to just give the love that I wish I had that I don't stop to think the lessons that I've learned. There are people out there that long for that same love, but they're not looking to return it. They just want to take. There are people out there that have no problem with taking from you and leaving you with nothing. And I seem to always attract those type of people. And it's not to say that they don't have love in their heart, but for where they are in their life, they're in a very selfish time because maybe they went their whole life and they didn't choose themselves. So they're like, no, this is my season. Or maybe, so it's like, I always meet people that have the same, as far as like that have had the same heart posture as far as being there for everybody else, but I always meet them in their time of selfishness. Every time. Oh, I'm about to cry. But every time I meet people that I feel I can have and it's only like maybe one or two people that I can say we have been tested and they've shown me they invested in me the same way I invested in them. But I always seem to meet people when they're in their selfish phase of choosing themselves. And I can't blame them for that. I get that. But I'm also one of those people, one, I can't just turn mine off. I've known for years I'm not that person. I can't just be like, nah, I'm not doing that for them no more. I have to cut you off. I'm not going to stop the behavior. I just have to stop the connection because that's not what's going to happen. Okay. I'm not changing. But I've also realized I need it because when I don't get it, but I see everybody else around me get it, it's like, why can't you tell me that? Why can't you tell me, or why haven't you told me you're proud of me? Why do I have to remind you or even bring it up for you to say it? Why do I have to throw the bait and you still not even reel it in? I'm starting to realize that my inner child is, I know all of us have an inner child that's not necessarily completely healed. But I didn't realize that was bothering me as much as it was. And it's like, we do the same things in relationships that we do in friendships. And I'm just starting to realize I have this thing with chasing people that don't see me. And it's crazy because I made the decision that in my relationships, I'm not doing that no more. So I moved completely different in my romantic relationships. And I ain't gonna say completely because it's like I even still find myself sometimes, looking at him too much, whereas I should be looking at God. But it's like with my friendships, I never actively saw that. These people out here nowadays are so focused on themselves. They don't want to look in their peripheral. They're not looking out there when they don't care. And I understand that people have lives going on. I understand that I am in a circumstance where I don't have the same stresses as certain people. I get that. It hurts to accept that it will not be reciprocal. Ever, or maybe just right now. But it's not reciprocal. And that's hard to accept, but I know I'm going to have to. And I know it's going to make me better because it's going to make me stronger. And I know this is all playing a part. So I'm not on here to cry about it, really. I'm not on here to complain about it. I'm not even on here to bring up issue. But I'm one of those people, one, I have to address things. And I prefer to address it to the source. But when the source doesn't want to hear it, or the source is not going to respond the way you want to because they've shown you multiple times based off you telling them little things how they're going to respond, it comes a point where I'm not trying anymore. So I still needed to speak on it. And I know that there are other people that are probably dealing with some similar feelings. And I know I've been speaking in code and not really being direct because it's not necessarily for y'all to know per se. But it's like I'm sure there are people out there that understand what I mean. We've all been around people or a person that just no matter what you did, they did not see you. They don't appreciate you. They don't reciprocate what you give. They don't match your level of investment. They don't care as much as you do, or at all. And that's the part when you gotta sit back and just kind of realize that's all I'm gonna get. So I guess if anything, this was part 1 to Power in the Tongue, because there's a whole other direction I was trying to go with this, but I guess the Holy Spirit or my feelings, whatever you want to call it, it went another direction. And I know it's gonna touch somebody, and somebody's gonna feel what I'm saying. And this is probably one of the hardest videos I've recorded so far, because not even recording it is the issue. It's the fact of like, Monet, you're gonna have to upload this. Other people are gonna see it. Those very people are gonna see it. And it's not that I necessarily care what they say. It's just the fact of like, people are people. It's a very bittersweet feeling, because at the same time of me feeling free from the weight of trying to force an insanity, it's bittersweet because it's like a relationship that you've been in for years, and your level of investment that is just kind of going to waste. But it's not going to waste. Everything is a seed, and maybe I was just meant to plant the seed. But people like me that have this type of heart, it's hard for us sometimes, because you always wonder, you be like, dang, am I ever gonna find anybody that, not anybody, but I mean, like, I have my man and I'm so appreciative of him, but it's something about having a friend that is in your corner, because who do I go to when he's pissed me off, other than God, obviously? But it's like, I really want that friend that I can talk to, and I have people. And that's what's crazy. So it's like, maybe I haven't been the best friend to them, because I'm not pouring back into them what they were doing to me, because I didn't see them that often. But it's like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry if you ever felt like I, Monet, did not see you. I'm sorry if you ever felt like you invested in me and I did not acknowledge nor reciprocate that and the efforts that you did. I'm sorry. And if you really feel like that, please let me know. I am one of those friends where I want my friends to bring things to me. I want you to feel like you can talk to me. I want us to have the hard conversations, because that's what brings us closer. That's what makes our bond stronger. That's what gives us security in the fact that, like, I know she's not going nowhere, because she's shown me that I'm worth the fight with her. We're going to figure this out. I love you. Let's talk about it. I want friends like that. So I feel like this is my last thing. I feel like holding on to before the Lord opens whatever door he's been trying to get me to. But yeah, this is not a depressing video. It's just one door is closing while another is opening. That's okay. Beauties and gents, we are a community, and if you feel like you're looking for your community or you need what we've been talking about, comment that down below. I am someone that loves to connect and talk. So introduce yourself to somebody. Tell somebody they're doing amazing. Give somebody some type of kudos and props. Don't just tell them that you like their shoes or their jacket, but like, compliment their smile and the energy that they bring in the room. Compliment their work ethic. Compliment the fact that they haven't become their circumstances or what they've been through. Give somebody the compliment that you want to hear. Be there for people. Connect with people. Stop using people. Stop leaning on them when you need them and then leaving. We all hurting out here, so
go ahead and like it up and subscribe.